Hey guys. Okay. Nope, not yet. Just checking for my results. Not yet. I got a cup of tea this size. This is one I just made for 85 cents. I was like, how much? Thank you. Um, that's crazy. Anyway, at the hospital, 85 cents. I'm like, yes, please. I got an entire lunch, a roast beef sandwich, a juice, and a strawberry sundae for a total of, and the tea for a total of under $10, which is insane. Anyway, I don't have my results yet. Once I do, we'll talk. Let's see. Again, YouTube is having problems with the uploads, so there's no guarantees that the upload will work today, but I'm hoping. And they said they were having problems, so they said it's their problem. Anyway, you know, I tried to make a video yesterday. I didn't know how to go about it. People who know me know that I had a good friend that passed away, practically my best friend. Was my best friend through high school. Was one of my only friends. And my closest friend throughout my early adulthood passed away a year ago this month, and been having a tough week because just been thinking about it, and I've been watching some former Jehovah's Witnesses, who they would call apostates, talk, and I've learned some things. That have shed light on how things went down. Not just at the end, but throughout the last few years of the relationship. And so yeah, it's been tough waking up to some realizations that I didn't have, but listening to Bethany really helped bring those realizations to light. She has stopped shunning on YouTube, and her husband is XJW Analyzer, John. And so they helped me realize things that other people hadn't. You know, I've seen other ex-JWs and stuff, but this lady is different. And she really helped me, excuse me, to understand stuff. And I appreciate it. And as painful as it is, come to terms with some things that I didn't realize. You know, and they don't care that I loved him like my brother, that my parents loved him like their own son. Because we weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. And they knew he wasn't supposed to be hanging around with me. I knew that. I mentioned it to them. And they insisted I was wrong. I was 100% right, which is why I couldn't go to the Kingdom Hall for the funeral. And I'm starting to learn things that I kind of blamed on myself or blamed myself for weren't me. You know, trying to figure out what I did wrong at one point or another, or things like that. It wasn't ever me. And it's good to know that. Even though the pain of losing him is strong. Like how his mother said, he was backing away from you. He was backing away from wrestling. And you never grew up. You never moved on. No, actually, and I told her this. Actually, no. I'm the one that backed away from wrestling before he did. He was the one that was still watching it 3 times a week. I was not. I watched the occasional pay-per-view. I followed news about the old timers, and I watched my tapes of the old timers and certain other wrestlers like Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles. Um, so yeah. And like I said, some other ones that that I enjoy following. But overall, I was way more away from it than he was. She was not about to admit that. And one of the wrestlers, actually a couple of them, have passed away in the last year. That he would have been on the phone saying, "Hey, guess who passed away?" Stuff like that. And there were things, like I said, that I didn't understand. Just about him, about his personality, that I misinterpreted, that I understand now. Excuse me. And I had told him, look, if there's something from your faith that says I'm not supposed to hang around with a single woman. You know, I get it. Especially now that the apartment is my own home, my own place. And it's not my parents' place. I get it. Except that at one time his parents wanted us to be roommates when all of our parents were gone. Then all of a sudden he couldn't be alone with me? Like, what the shift? You know? So it confuses me because I got a lot of mixed signals. And so, I'm just checking my time here. Just needed to talk about it, you know, and they'll never see this, which is fine because I wouldn't want to upset anyone. First anniversary was a couple weeks ago, and I'm feeling it, and I have that right to feel my emotions. I'm sure they're feeling it too. No parent should have to bury their child, regardless of their faith. That just shouldn't happen in this world. God has his reasons, and I don't know what to say. Other than thank you for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Know that I don't care what your faith is. I'm just grateful you have one if you have one. I would recommend it not be, you know, Satanism or anything like that. But if you have a faith in Jesus Christ, no matter what it is, that's good. I'm not going to tell you, you know, that your witness faith is wrong, even though it's wrong for me personally. It may not be wrong for you. You know, I'm not going to tell you your Mormon faith is wrong. It's not right for me, but it's right for you. You know, your Catholic faith, your Scientologist faith, your, if that's even a faith, I don't even call that a religion because they don't worship anything. So I don't even include that in religions because they don't worship. But if you're a Christian Scientist, if you're even though I may not agree, Seventh-day Adventist, again, even though I may not agree, you have a right in this country to worship any way you want to, including, unfortunately, Satan, which I would highly advise against. Like I said, we have the right in this country to worship any way that we choose. Protestant, you know, a myriad of Protestant religions, Catholic, and all kinds of fringe religions. And I'm not going to tell you you can't, even if it's not personally right for me. And I loved him like a brother. I didn't care how he worshipped. I wanted to learn about it so I could be closer to him. You know, and watched a whole lot of Caleb and Sophia, which I love how when you're learning about their religion, and they know you never intend to convert, that they will deny everything you're watching, everything you see, everything you know. It's like, am I losing my bleeping mind? You know, they want you to think you are, but you're not. So, yeah. I'll worship my way, you worship yours. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.